Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a hidden battle happening literally right beneath your feet. We're going to look specifically at the unique environmental challenges facing homes in Helena, Alabama, and how modern plumbing diagnostics are stepping in to fix them permanently.
So let's just jump right in with a pretty crucial question. What is actually quietly destroying your home's plumbing? Most of us just turn on a faucet or flush a toilet and don't really give it a second thought. We kind of assume the system is static and safe. But the reality, your plumbing is constantly fighting off some pretty aggressive, unseen forces. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with Helena's hidden plumbing hazards. Check out the symptoms of failing systems, look at the diagnostic technology approach, break down the three-step solution, and wrap up with codes, permits, and protection. Let's get to it. All right, Section 1. Helena's hidden plumbing hazards. It's honestly fascinating how the very dirt a city is built on completely dictates the lifespan of a house's internal systems. We're dealing with what I like to call a triple threat here in Helena. First up, the limestone bedrock. This stuff practically guarantees incredibly hard water. Then you've got expanding clay soils. It acts like a giant underground sponge. It swells up during wet seasons and shrinks down when it's dry, constantly shifting the earth around your pipes. And to top it all off, if your house went up during the 80s or 90s building boom, you're probably sitting on aging galvanized pipes that are just quietly corroding away. And if you happen to live near local water bodies like Buck Creek or the Little Cahaba River, you've got another wild card. Heavy rains do way more than just puddle in your yard. They push the groundwater levels way, way up. That water gets pressurized and literally hunts for weak spots, seeping right into cracked sewer pipes and totally overwhelming the system. Moving on to Section 2, symptoms of failing systems. How do these deep environmental hazards actually show up in your house? Okay, picture this. You've got a slow drain or a gurgling toilet. You probably think, hey, just a simple clog. Grab the plunger, right? Well, actually, the reality is often a lot scarier. That expanding clay soil we just talked about, it might have literally snapped your sewer line at a joint, giving tree roots an open invitation to crash the party and feed on the moisture. It's wild how directly the geology causes your daily headaches. See that annoying white crust on your shower head? That's the limestone bedrock giving you hard water scale. Notice rusty water coming out of the tap? That's those 1980s galvanized pipes rusting from the inside out. And if your water heater gave out after just a few years, yep, blame the hard water again. It dumps thick layers of sediment into the tank until it overheats and completely fails. All right, Section 3, the diagnostic technology approach. Luckily for all of us, the days of a plumber just showing up and tearing apart your front lawn on a hunch are over. Today, professionals use high-resolution video camera inspections. They feed specialized cameras right down into your sewer lines to pinpoint exactly where a break is or where roots have invaded. No guessing, no massive excavation of your landscaping. It is an absolute game changer for keeping costs and destruction to an absolute minimum. Then there's thermal imaging. This is basically X-ray vision for your house. If you suspect a leak but can't see the water, they scan your walls with infrared tech. The temperature differences clearly highlight any cold, damp spots hidden behind the drywall. You can catch those sneaky, destructive leaks way before toxic mold even thinks about growing. And we can't forget pressure testing. This is a super targeted, highly scientific approach. Technicians isolate your water supply, and if the pressure drops, bam, they know for a fact there's a hidden leak. They can scientifically confirm an issue exists before they even pick up a wrench to start taking apart your fixtures. Let's check out Section 4, the three-step solution. How do professionals actually structure their visits to fix this stuff? Companies like Fortress Plumbing use a really solid three-step framework to keep everything stress-free. Step 1 is contact and dispatch, asking targeted questions so they know the urgency right off the bat. Step 2 is diagnosis and approval. They use all that cool tech we just talked about to give you a clear, firm price quote up front. And Step 3 is repair and verification. They fix the issue and actually test the work before they leave. So you're never surprised by hidden fees and you know the repair actually works. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, codes, permits, and protection. I know permits sound a bit dry, but stick with me, because this is absolutely critical for protecting your wallet. Seriously, skipping the permit process might seem like a great way to save a few bucks today, but actually, scratch that, it's a terrible idea. It creates an immense liability when you go to sell your house. Title companies and buyers inspectors will absolutely ask for proof of permitted work from major plumbing jobs. If you don't have it on file, your home sale could literally screech to a halt.
So what actually needs a permit in Shelby County? We're talking major projects here. Water heater replacements, repiping your whole house, messing with gas lines, or any sewer work that goes past your foundation. Why? Because of the Alabama Plumbing Code. It's all about keeping you safe from real hazards, like lethal carbon monoxide from a poorly vented water heater. The inspections make sure everything is totally up to code to protect your health and your massive property investment.
So, considering the relentless attack from the hard water, the shifting clay soils, and the aging infrastructure, I want to leave you with one thought. When was the last time you checked what's quietly flowing or maybe leaking beneath your feet? Understanding the environment your home sits in is the very first step in protecting it. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. See you next time, and definitely keep an eye on your hidden infrastructure.